What is next for AEW? Welcome to Transatlantic Wrestling Talk. I am your host, Andy, joined by my partner in crime and co-host, Dale. How are we doing?
Hey, Andy, how's it going? We had a very awesome, exciting event last night. Whether you're a fan of AEW or not, I think everybody, came away pleased with the results on a lot of the different matches here. So we're here to discuss quickly and briefly because everybody else is coming out with a video like this, but we're going to be short with it. All right, we're not going to talk about, oh, that's cool, they did this, they did that. No, what's next? What are you going to do going forward in the future for this company? And I think there's a lot of different angles, and you and I are going to speculate on what's going to happen now.
Okay, well, let's start off with the main event anyway, with Hangman Page obviously defeated Kenny Omega, become the champion. What's next for Hangman? Because I know that Bryan Danielson rather, won the number one contender tournament earlier in the night. Not sure I want to see that right now. I feel like Hangman needs a monster type of feel to build his championship reign. What's your thoughts on that?
Absolutely that. I talked with some of my friends too. I said, do you guys feel like it's too early to have some sort of injury angle to prolong Bryan Danielson's title shot? I feel like that's a good way to put it. I don't want them to do a face versus face type of thing right away. You could bring a lot of different aspects into this, but I do believe that, right now, it's not a good time for Bryan Danielson to be in here. And this is what you and I were discussing too. When you're stacking talent like this, you better be prepared for what the backlash will be in the future, because then you're really mitigating what you have there already. And not everybody's going to play nice in the sandbox. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, 100%. And, I just don't feel like, I feel like Hangman's character versus Bryan maybe as a one shot is great, but then what are you going to do? Make Bryan lose? Or if Danielson wins, people are going to turn on him pretty quickly if he's the one that takes the belt off Hangman so soon. So I don't really see, there's no win here in this feud.
The Kool-Aiders will definitely turn their back on Danielson. It's been proven that they love the matches that he's in, and you and I are both very big fans of what he's accomplished here with every single person that he's faced. Even a guy like Anthony Bowens a couple of weeks ago, that was a really good match. It was a really good showcase. Was it short? Sure. But he's able to do that with a lot of talent. Now, to put him up in such a high profile championship angle, yeah, they kind of did it with Omega, or we're teasing that with Omega, but they did the right booking with the draw. So now what are they going to do with Page? Andy, who are your thoughts on who he should face next?
Miro, maybe. I thought Miro should have won that match because I felt like he would have been a really good test for Page, and obviously that type of fit and heel. I'd love to see him against MJF, but I want to see that further down the line, and I want to see MJF take the title, because obviously they're always saying about the anxious cowboy and, this type of insecurities. And, you've got someone like MJF that's just going to really, really go home on this and, and really just highlight them weaknesses within Hangman and all the rest. There's such a story there, but not now. I think Miro, or I know you obviously got a good one that we've discussed offline. What's your thoughts?
Absolutely. He's been off TV, and when he's been on YouTube, he's been just destructing people. You need to make him a strict heel. Lance Archer needs to come out and punch Hangman Adam Page in the mouth. You say, you know what? I'm the murder hawk monster. That's what he is. He has to come out there. They need big guys. This company needs monsters to come out there, believable people that that are indestructible, okay? And remember, Kane faced Austin. Remember that. Remember these big guys that go against, guys that aren't small, but, they're just always a formula of success to it. So you can do that. I'm not saying it's going to be like Mabel and Undertaker, but I have a lot of faith in the fact that this could still be, a big guy against somebody overcoming the odds. And it's also, Archer doesn't need a belt. No. Archer can have these good vignettes, and you could mix them in with mixed tags, or tag team matches against Page. And if he takes away the Dark Order one by one, look, we're booking an angle right now. You could do that,
Hmm.
and I think Lance Archer is somebody that they should push right now.
Yeah. And I think eventually when we do get the Hangman MJF match, I feel like that's a McMahon Austin type feud. It really is, because it's all right having one person that's ready for the races, but to have two on different sides of the spectrum that can just come together and make pure sweet music is just, that's exactly what's going to be. But moving on to that, what's our next moves for MJF? Because obviously he's just finished his feuds with Darby Allin, or they might prolong it a bit more, but it was obviously with a bit of a screwy finish at the end. But what's next for MJF?
I mean, if he really, I think they kind of did the right thing with when he faced Pillman and then he kind of went on to the next stage
Mm,
and go to the four pillars. He wants to take out another pillar,
yeah.
right? And I think, you know what, as much as people love Sammy, the guy doesn't need a title. He's an attraction in himself. And I
Hmm.
believe that you need a TNT champion that will actually be a good long running heel again. It worked for Miro, okay? And it's going to work for MJF if he actually goes after that title. He could
Hmm.
say something like, I will be the face of the network and I'll bring us into it. Now, the guy can cut a promo without even knowing who his opponent is and just
Yeah.
knows how to speculate it, okay?
Yeah.
So like you said before, you don't want to throw him in against Page right away. The
No.
promos would have been great. They would have probably, well, before Moxley, and you and I, we talked about Moxley and we hope that he does get better because we had our own comments and kind of came true. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
but I notice how Page has not come out with a drink since that happened.
Yeah. No, he hasn't.
So MJF might bring that back up again,
Mm,
and that is heat. But he
yeah.
could get heat with anybody, and I think he could get heat with Sammy.
Yeah, and I feel like if you put the TNT title on MJF, maybe around the end of the year, beginning of next year, everybody are just really just wanting them every match to lose that title, and I think that's just it's made for him, isn't it? As you say, he's just got one of the best promos going, and one thing he proved last night is he's a hell of a wrestler. He's a
Yeah,
hell of a wrestler.
top five in that company,
Yeah, and
at least.
straight away when you say about long runs with a title and really good heel runs with a title, MJF could do what Brody Lee was gonna do. Because let's face
Yeah,
it, Brody Lee would have been a hell of a TNT champion, long reigning TNT champion, and the heel heat he got off it and everything else that he was doing was brilliant. Unfortunately, things happened and he had to drop the belt, which is very unfortunate. But maybe MJF can step into that gap and actually do what was meant to be done at that time.
certainly. And I think if they do have the Pinnacle show up on TV a lot, it would just look a lot better if he had a championship and he said, "Look, you know what? Here I am. I'm the TV champion. These are my
Mm,
cohorts." And what could that lead to down the road to get rid of him,
hmm.
to get to get rid of that title?
Yeah.
Perhaps something against Wardlow.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
it could be a good one. Okay, last one on the list we'll go for is Britt Baker DMD. Now, I know she obviously defended the title well last night. Really enjoyed that match, to be honest with you. I thought her and Tay really put on a show. What's next for her, though? Because I know we've got this Thunder Rosa in the back pocket. Don't want to see it just yet. I'm not sure if I want to see Thunder win the title off it. Maybe a Ruby Soho or a debut in Emma Moon. But in the meantime, just now, what would you book her?
First off, I want to point out that I am shocked that NXT or WWE didn't want to push Tay Conti.
Mm,
She's just proven how fun she is to watch, and she's actually pretty clean in the ring. I do believe that Anna Jay, although she's a little bit more green, she's probably going to be up there and facing her.
yeah.
I do see Statlander trying to go for that title again, but I'm looking up and down this list. Okay, you booked her as a heel that the people love, so you can't put her against Jade Cargill, right? Not at this
Hmm.
point. Okay. I think they're going to go right into Thunder Rosa. I
Mm,
don't have an issue with watching that. I really don't. Given
no.
these rosters right now, if you bring in the other people and the aforementioned Ember Moon, somebody like that, maybe they'll give her a shot. This division needs people. They like if even Ty Valkyrie if she comes in, think about that. You
Yeah.
know, if she's just recently released, so they're very limited right now, unfortunately. But you gotta really drain the Brit train right now. You know, keep going with it.
Mhm. Definitely. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Thanks for watching. Obviously, just a quick video of our thoughts. We felt like we just needed to have a quick chat about it, and we did. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out all of our revisits to certain years. We will be releasing our 2002 video soon, and we also have an interview to come out as well with a very special guest. So please do join us in them. And thanks for your continued support for the channel. Until next time, we'll see you again. Bye now.